What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Monday. We got a nice 8-game slate here tonight. Some good pitching options, some solid hitters, and some good matchups and stuff like that. So I got it broken down as 6 guys, the money 6, 2 of my pitchers, 3 hitters, and a value batter to put into your lineups that I just kind of love all their spots. So go ahead and drop a like in the video. Before we get going, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's try to get over 100 likes in this video. It really helps me out, so I can just keep these videos coming every single day. So let's hop into it. I'm going to go with Carrasco at my first option at SP1 at 10,700, going against the White Sox. Not a bad matchup at all. The White Sox strike out a good amount, 24%. Against right-handed pitchers, and Carrasco, one of the better strikeout pitchers in the league, had a very good outing against Milwaukee last time out, 7 innings and got 10 Ks there, so that was good to see. And against the White Sox, he's had some good history, a 235 batting average allowed to them, and a 25% K rate, and 91 plate appearances, so definitely some solid numbers against them. And Carrasco, his strikeout stuff has been down a little bit this year, but his swinging strike rate is actually the 10th highest in all of baseball. So I think his strikeout rate can definitely improve, and especially in this matchup against the White Sox. They're only projected 3.4 runs, and they're heavy favorites. So Carrasco is a great shot of getting a win and getting around like 8 Ks, I think, in this matchup. He's been kind of up and down this year, but when he's had his best games, it's kind of been against lesser lineups. But that one against Milwaukee, that's a pretty solid lineup, so that was good, though. But I guess he just owns Milwaukee, 47 there. But against Baltimore, Minnesota, 27 and 27. So definitely some solid stuff in some of these starts when he reaches that strikeout upside. And this is just one of those matchups where I think he can get it done with that solid history and also coming off a very good game. So the confidence can definitely be there. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. For my second guy, we're going to go with Jack Flaherty here at 8,300. Going against San Diego. So the thing with Jack Flaherty is that he has solid K stuff. We've seen that in the game against Philly where the guy went for 43 drafting points. Huge game. And had another solid game against Milwaukee where he got 9 Ks. So 2 of his best games have been against some teams that do strike out a fair amount. That gives him that upside. In this matchup against San Diego, we're talking about one of the teams that strikes out the most in all of baseball. They have a 26% K rate against right-handed pitchers. So I think he has a good shot of reaching that strikeout upside. Similar to Carlos Carrasco, he's had a 26% K rate as well for Flaherty. So I think he can have a solid game here. He's definitely a good prospect. Been up and down, but I think this matchup against San Diego is a good spot for him to get his confidence going and have a better start after 2 kind of sloppy back-to-back starts against Miami and Pittsburgh. He should be able to go a little bit deeper in this game. He definitely has the pitching upside. If he threw 120 pitches in this game, so I guess the leash on him is pretty long. So if he's pitching well, I guess they'll allow him to go pretty deep in the game. They just want to get him that confidence, and this is a matchup against San Diego where he can get it done. He's a solid price at 8,300. He was around 10,000 2 of the last 3 games, so his price, nice little value. Probably his best matchup the whole entire year. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second pitcher. That leaves you with 38.75 remaining per hitter. So some good value still left for you to use. And then I'm going to go with Anthony Rizzo at my first hitter against Milwaukee here. So Junior Gurria, he's been pretty solid this year, but last year the guy was an absolute train wreck. Over the full season, he gave up actually 2.3 home runs per 9. And in Milwaukee, this hitting park will definitely kind of make him struggle, I think, against this Cubs lineup, especially against Anthony Rizzo, who's been heating up recently. In May, he had a 273 ISO after kind of struggling out of the gates in March and April, so it's great to see him get that power back, and he definitely benefits, like I mentioned, in Milwaukee here and against a right-handed pitcher where he has much better power. So I think he's in for a big game here. He's had some solid outings recently, over 10 drafting points, like 4 of the last 10 games. I think he can have a big one here, maybe even 20-plus upside in this matchup against Gurria. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in Anthony Rizzo as my first hitter. And for my second guy, a guy that's been absolutely smashing the ball against the lefties, Evan Longoria at 3,700. Going against Chen. Chen has been absolutely getting demolished by right-handed batters. So Longoria here, a great spot. Chen's allowing 2 home runs per 9 to right-handed batters in a 392 WOBA. His numbers are way down against lefties. Besides the home runs, he's still allowing a lot to lefties, around 2 home runs per 9, but the WOBA is below 300, I believe, against lefties. So the way you attack Chen is with right-handed batters, and Longoria has seen this guy a good amount. He's 11 for 40, so that's a 275 batting average, and he has 4 doubles and 2 home runs in those 40 plate appearances. So he has a 250 ISO against Chen here, so he definitely has the capability of getting an extra base hit. And Longoria, like I said, he's been killing lefties. He's been a lead against lefties this year, a 296 ISO against them, and 6 out of his 10 home runs this year have come against lefties. So when you want to go with Longoria is against the lefties, especially this year. He's seen the ball so well against them. And it's not like Miami's like a park downgrade. San Fran is one of the worst parks in all of baseball. So the game in Miami here, it's just kind of like neutral, I guess. So I'm not really too worried about that. But Longoria against the lefty, one of the worst lefties in the league against righties. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there at 3,700. And for my third guy, we're going to pay up a little bit here with Francisco Lindor. Wanted to go with another elite bat. I think that's in a great spot. Has that power speed upside, which I always love. So Lindor here at 5,000. He got 2 stolen bases yesterday against Detroit, got a double, and against Giolito here, Giolito has actually been terrible at holding guys on. He's allowed 12 stolen bases this year, and Lindor, the one time he got on first against him, he got a stolen base. So I think Lindor has good speed upside, good stolen base ability in this matchup, and also we know he has that great power. He has 14 home runs against against pitchers this year, and then he has the solid power from the left side of the plate and the right side of the plate. So even if Giolito does get pulled early this game, because they're projected 5.5 runs, so there is a possibility of that. Even if he's facing like a lefty out of the bullpen, he can still get that done with the power. His batting average is actually better against lefties, but his power, I think, has been a little bit better against right-handed pitchers. So Giolito, guy's been getting killed by any side of the plate. So I think Lindor, towards the top of this lineup, I'm not sure if he'll be in the 1 spot or move down to like the cleanup spot, because Edwin and Carrasco is questionable. He has an ankle injury. So either or, he's either going to get on base a lot, I think, at the leadoff spot and get a good amount of runs, or even if he moves down to the cleanup spot, he can get a good amount of RBIs there. So 5.5 runs, one of the best options, I think, in this lineup. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. So that kind of rounds it out for the first kind of core 5 guys. You got Carrasco, Flaherty, Rizzo, Longoria, and Lindor. And for my cheap guy, this guy's going to be pretty chalky, I think, here, but he's just way too cheap. I'm not sure if DraftKings kind of was like sleeping when they priced Matt Carpenter, but at 3,300 against Jordan Lyles here, so a very good spot against a right-handed pitcher. We know that Matt Carpenter, mentioned this every time, he is much better against right-handed pitchers. Good power, around a 200 ISO, 200 ISO against right-handed pitchers. So Carpenter definitely has the home run ability against Lyles. Lyles been pretty good against left-handed batters this year, but last year he was absolutely atrocious. He allowed 2.3 home runs per 9 to lefties last year. So I think Carpenter can definitely get to Lyles here, and he'll be at the top of that lineup. And so he has up to like 5 at bat upside. So even if he doesn't get it against Lyles, he honestly could get it done against San Diego's bullpen if they go to them a little bit earlier or anything like that. But Lyles has been pretty bad this year. His ERA isn't very great. So Carpenter, and also this kind of a park downgrade for Lyles. So I think Carpenter towards the top of the lineup. Value's too good here in this spot. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my 6th and final guy for the plays, the money 6. So it's complete now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to drop a like before we head out. Let's try to get 100 plus likes like I mentioned. If we can hit that, thank you so much. And also hit that subscribe button if you are new here or haven't already, to get these plays every single day, every single slate except Sundays, as they kind of start off at 1 p.m. So I don't have, there's no point in really uploading a video that's only good for like an hour or something like that. So that is it though with the plays. So, yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck on this 8-game slate. Let's take home some money here, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow.